Hi, my name is Ryan Tegnelia. I'm a criminal defense attorney in San Diego, California. Thank you for clicking on the link, and I understand by your clicking of this link that you're specifically interested in drug crimes in federal court. So the first thing I'd like to discuss with you about federal drug crimes is how different the experience is likely to be than what you're used to in seeing on TV or seeing in state court. First of all, if you're in federal court, chances are you were caught importing them into the United States, usually at the border. San Diego is a huge border town, and San Diego is where the local district court is located. And so we get a lot of what are known as just border busts. Okay, you won't have your hand-to-hand sales or even your individual with a pound of cocaine in their house in federal court. For federal court, you're either a big-time distributor or you were caught driving it over the border. Obviously, the latter is the most common. When I say it works differently, the federal courts are guided by what are called the standard sentencing guidelines, where essentially every crime is given a score. So the score is a combination of what the crime is and then also what your criminal history category is. If you've never been convicted of a criminal offense, you're criminal category 1. It goes on and on and on based on the nature of the offense. You combine those two factors and you get a score, and the score correlates with what the sentence would be. It gives a numerical value, and then both sides fight with the judge over getting what are called downward departures. So they're defined. It's not an emotional argument like how great of a person you are. It's more of a, as an example, minor role is a downward departure, right? Where you played a minor role in the offense. You were just the mule. You didn't participate in the procurement or manufacturing of it. All you were doing was driving it across the border. And then you try to find as many of those downward departures as you can, and then convince the judge to give you credit for those downward departures and lower your score to the point where you get as little time as possible. So obviously, because it's that detail-driven, detail-oriented, you want to make sure that the attorney that is representing you has knowledge of what departures are available and how to best going about getting them. And so not everybody does federal. It's a very kind of tight-knit, closed community. And so you want to make sure that your attorney is, familiar with how things work. If you want to talk to me about it, you can leave a comment in the comments section and I'll be sure to comment on it. Or if you want to give me a call, my number is 619-577-0868. Thanks.